Hello, hello. Happy New Year. Welcome to this episode of the podcast. We were just talking. This is the first hello official episode. And I'm like, how do I open it? How do I open this episode? Because you don't want to hear hello. Welcome to hello. So hello. Welcome to the podcast. We're going to figure this out as we go. I hope you're excited about the rebrand because I am, and we have an awesome first guest here. Do you know him? Because if you don't, you're going to today. Introduce yourself because I won't do it justice.
I'm Haley Ramberg. I'm the co-founder of RAM Management and Solutions.
And I am Ariana Ramberg, also co-founder of RAM Management and Solutions.
Oh my gosh, I have wanted to have you on for months now, but I wanted to wait until we officially launched Hello, because you guys have been behind the scenes helping with a lot of stuff at Rogers Heating and Cooling over the last couple months. The way we found each other is quite interesting, and I mean, you came in at the exact time we needed you. And so before we get into that story, tell everyone, what is RAM Management Solutions?
We are your doers, your business doers, your personal, whatever you need help with. We swoop in, save the day, help you out, give you extra time to do what you need to do as a business owner and ensure that you're successful.
Yes, and I mean, what does that mean? A doer, right? And when you are a business owner or a very busy person in general, we all are. We have lots of stuff going on in the world that we live in today. And it can feel very siloed. You can feel like you're wearing a lot of hats. And it's like, oh my gosh, I can't afford to hire someone full-time on staff. Or if I do, I don't have time to train them. And so we were in that situation a few months ago where we just had all of these things going on. And I get a lot of emails every day, a ton of emails. And for some reason, because there are a lot, they're like, we can help your business grow. We can help your business do this. And it's just like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't have time for that, right? But for some reason, I get this email on a tough day. And you had said that we just joined the chamber. We're a new business. We, want to help businesses. Would you be open to a conversation? Something told me to respond, and I don't typically respond to those emails. Mm-hmm. And I did. And I said, okay, let's make this happen. I just want to hear what you got. And so I scheduled it. I didn't tell anyone. I'm like, I'm just going to schedule this, see what they're about, and then if it's good, I'll bring other people in. So what happens next? You guys come in. And was I all over the place that day?
No, I don't think so. My first impression was, wow, these guys really have it together.
Oh.
So what could they possibly need help with?
Okay.
So, no, that first meeting was it just was right.
It was.
It's, everything kind of felt right. Perfect timing.
Yeah, and I wanted to tell you guys that are watching and listening, when they came in, they were so prepared. And so I want to get from you, like, how did you prepare for that initial conversation?
Well, our third co-founder, Timmy Ramberg, was the one to reach out. He had seen your vans, and he was like, they look like they're going to be a really successful company if they're not already. Let me reach out. So that was that email. We came together when we were able to meet with you, and we were like, okay, how are we going to prepare and be prepared for what she's gonna, put on our plate? We just sat down. We talked about, if we were in her position, what would we want? And we came in, we listened, mm-hmm. and we just heard you out. And we just gave you the information that we thought would be helpful.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happened. And I just kind of word vomited all of the areas that we need help with. And you're like, yep, got it. And then you kept following up because it took a little bit of time from that initial meeting to like, okay, I need you to come in and help us because we needed help in so many areas. I wanted to make sure that the timing was right to say, okay, this is what I need you to do instead of these are all of the things because it was so scattered and all over the place. But we'll continue going on through this journey so you guys can get a feel for what they'll do for you when you call them. But how did this happen? How did RAM management just come to be?
Well, Haley and Timmy were both at college. Haley played softball, Timmy played football. They had a great time. And I, because I was a sports mom, apparently got bored while they were at school. And I started RAM management. I had an idea. We moved from Maryland.
Okay.
Down here, we're out in Pittsylvania County. And we moved down here during COVID. And it was very quiet when we got here. The kids were at school. And I just was noticing things and observing, the area and the types of businesses that are around. And I just saw a lot of opportunity. And opportunity to help small businesses. And so I said, well, heck, I can start an LLC. That's easy. And heck, I can open a bank account. That's easy. And so, they kind of went through school. Haley went on to get her MBA. And so Haley and Timmy both graduated. They're a year apart in school. And when they both graduated at the same time, I said to the both of them, I said, well, you can absolutely go out now and put your resumes out and you will be very successful. I know that. Or I started this LLC. I got the thing SWAM certified through the state. Here you go. Here's an opportunity. Do you want to do something with it? You don't have anything to lose at this point.
Right.
And they both said, we would like to do that.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And so from your perspective and your side of it, how does it feel to graduate with your MBA and have that decision to make where it's like, okay, do I go into the workforce or do I go on this journey of entrepreneurship?
I mean, I knew that I could take my MBA and go and get a successful job, but I feel like the Rambergs were never known to do the normal thing, so it kind of just felt right to go into RAM management and build something from the bottom up. I think it was very on character for the Rambergs.
Yeah. Well, tell us about that. So, do you come from a line of people that just are self-starters? Is that?
Yeah. Biggest self-starter right here.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
She's got information in all areas that you could ever imagine. Some might be useless knowledge, but
Absolutely.
knowledge is
A lot of it
knowledge. But I think, in our household, that was she was a strong character in raising us, and, she was just a big part of our lives, and that's how we grew up, and that's how we are today.
And how does it feel now that you're in it and you're doing it? You should be so proud of yourself.
We are very proud of ourselves. We're a little taken aback because we didn't expect it to take off so quickly. As she said, in May, we graduated, hit the ground running, and we have seen success in the past 8 months. So we are very proud of that and very happy with it.
Yeah, and let's talk about that because your success, I feel, and you tell me if I'm wrong, is because you put yourself out there and you're like, okay, I'm going to be successful. One, you're sending emails, you have your eyes open and you're like, okay, I'm going to send emails to these people because I want to help them. But you are seen everywhere. You are going to networking events. You are putting yourself out there in situations that I'm sure can be overwhelming at times. And that's where the success comes.
Yep.
It's the hard work that you're putting into it to make it successful, and it's seen. And a little bit of information on what we have had you do here is, first project, I want you to just get an idea of what they're able to do, because we've had you do a lot of different things. The first initial project, what were your thoughts when we're like, hey, we have an inventory program, we need to fit these vans with shelving? You even know more than I do on this first project.
Yeah, Timmy took the head on this one. I was kind of just there for support. We were like, oh, okay, organize vans. Okay, that's easy enough.
And let's back up for a second. Sometimes they'll come to me after you guys kind of lay one on them.
Yes, that's what we do.
And they'll be like, I don't even know what they're talking about or what they want. And I just want everyone to know that, like, I literally just say to them, you guys can do this. Yeah. Business owners, I think, know what they need to do. It's just the execution.
Correct.
And that's what I'd like everybody to know is what they provide is just the follow through on what you already know you needed to do. So
that is 100% accurate, because as a business owner, you have so many projects and so many things you want to do, and you're just one person. And everyone on your team, they have a lot of things that they need to be doing. And so these special projects, what we call them around here, are very tough to get done. And so you guys are able to come in for these special projects, get it all ready, lay out the foundation, the groundwork, and then we're able to put them in place. And it's happening so much faster. I wish you guys were part of our business a long time ago, because there's no telling where we would be today if we had you guys then. But having you guys here now, being able to give you those special projects, the organization of the vans, and making the plans. So when we get another van, we know exactly what we have to do. And then, bringing you in, there was a time where we're like, hey, we just need help, come in. Like, we'll figure it out from there. And then Joey puts on like manuals and training programs and all of these items that there's no way we'd be doing that. And so going into January, we're in January 2025, we have a foundation to build on to make sure that we have the processes and procedures in place to grow. And that's because of you and Timmy and you. And we talk a lot about Timmy.
Yes.
And Timmy's not here.
No.
Timmy said we could do this whole thing and never mention him. He'd be okay with that.
I kept asking him, like, are you going to be on? No, he doesn't want to be on this side. And that's okay. That's okay. But I want to hear about Timmy and what it's like working with your brother.
I mean, it's, a sibling relationship.
Yes.
As anyone could imagine, but I definitely keep him in check. But he is definitely like the background guy behind the camera, doing everything that not everybody thinks about or sees.
Yeah, you talk about that inventory project. You call him in here right now, and he could probably tell you what your barcode numbers are for like some random obscure part.
Yeah.
He's a stats guy. He loves sports. So I think the beauty in it is that everybody can do what they're good at.
100%. And that's why this works, because you have that knowledge in so many different areas and you're able to pick and choose. And I don't even know how you guys do it in the background, but you're able to pick and choose, okay, for this project, this person's leading because of their skill set here. And I think that is just so cool to watch. And you know how to kind of divvy it up. And it's like, okay, Timmy's coming today, I'm coming tomorrow, we're both coming these days. And It just works. And so what you guys are doing is really, really fantastic. And I want everyone to know, like, they'll do anything, I think. They've done everything that we have asked them to do.
I mean, we'll organize a closet, work events.
Yeah.
That's right.
You may have seen me at Puppapalooza.
That's right.
I was at the Rogers tent.
Yes. We had a situation where we were committed to an event and we weren't able to physically go. So we call you guys up. We're like, hey, can you set up a tent for us and represent Rogers? Fantastic job.
Ariana was at that one too.
Well, I
Yes.
just wanted to see the puppies.
I mean, it was just so awesome because we tend to go to a lot of events and we don't have, I mean, we go and we love talking to the community and we love giving out all the cool things. And then we leave the event and we get back to work. This situation was so much cooler because you guys went and afterward we had a whole like detailed plan afterwards of like what happened, what the most common questions were from customers and attendees, and it was just so awesome. So thank you again for that. That
And
was fantastic.
I think there were some sales made that
There
day.
were some sales made that day. And so being able to attend that was amazing. And then, you know, when you came this last time, we had no idea. We knew we needed help, but we're like, where are we going to put them? What are we going to do? And Joey's like, just get them in here. You guys know Joey. Just get them in here. We'll figure the rest out later. Like, we just need all hands on deck. So, like, the first day you were organizing a closet. Mm-hmm. That was a mess. How bad was that closet?
I mean, it was.
Kenny's over there like, oh my gosh, like the closet of doom.
I really didn't think it was that bad. But I mean, I guess this is, I don't know, after the vans, you know, I think the closet was much better.
Well, tell us about the vans.
You know, they're busy techs in the field and sometimes things get a little messy, but it's okay.
Yes,
It's all right. We got it labeled and everything's it has a home now.
It does. And the same with that closet. I mean, my office, that closet's right outside of my office. And so you just don't understand the amount of times someone has gone to that closet and all you hear is like rumbling through things and like throwing things and like picking up cords and having cuss words, Kenny says. And it's like, do we have this and that? I'm like, it's probably in there. Don't know where, but it's probably in there. And so for you guys to go through that and get it organized, I don't hear any cuss words anymore. It's like all pretty and nice and we're keeping it that way.
Yep. There's going to be a nice planogram on the door.
These things don't happen, okay, at Rogers unless the right people are in place to make them happen. So Ram has been a huge part of that, and we just have a list of things like you guys are part of Rogers now. Like we just expect. The first days that y'all were here, there were a lot of people coming and they're like, who is that? Like, what are they doing? Because when you see new faces around here, it means like new people are joining the team. And they're like, what are they going to be doing? Who is that? You know? And we're telling them and like, huh, okay, all right. And now, you know, months later, you're just part of the team. You walk in, everyone just knows, and it's just so great. And we've even had visitors come in to do planning sessions and different vendors, and they're like, who are they? What is RAM? Tell us about that. And it's like, they just do whatever we ask them to do. It's the most fantastic thing ever. And so if you're looking for this, I highly recommend. And I want to know, like, what's the future hold for RAM?
Hopefully.
There are a few things cooking, and you'll continue to see, you know, on social media. Timmy is the behind the scenes guy on a lot of that as well. Some things this month actually are going to come out in the nonprofit community for these guys, and the future's bright. They are doing better than I could have ever imagined. And I'm so proud of them, and I'm so happy to have a few mentors for them that are outside of our circle that you know, have the same values that we do. So you guys have been instrumental, and we want to thank you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you guys have been, I said this when you came in, I guess it was a little over a month ago or however long it's been. You know, you probably know more about the business than anyone else here at this point, just because you're able to see so many different areas. And I mean, getting to work alongside Joey on a regular basis, I learn so much from him, working alongside him. I know you guys are, but it can be very informative because you are seeing so many sides of the business, and he is all over the place. And we like to talk about that. I mean, you're learning about golf. You're learning about, things in the business, what's going on.
All the things.
What has been your biggest takeaway from Rogers so far?
Running a business is hard. And sometimes you just need someone to be in your office to execute things when you're able to sit down. Just be there, be ready to do it, and then expect that there's going to be another situation to take care of. And that's okay. They'll be back.
Joey goes missing. That's very good. Joey goes missing a lot.
He does, but he always comes back. And, I can always expect him to come back to where the golf bag is. So,
That is so
if we're
true.
if we're near that, I know he'll come back.
I love that. That is so true. So true. And I see the golf bag's not in here right now. So no telling where he is at this moment. And he's probably standing outside the door, honestly. We're in his office. So if you are wondering, why are they, in here and it's just different spaces, our media room, coming soon, is under construction. So we are just finding all the different places. And so we are taking over Joey's office at this moment to record this podcast. So no telling what he's doing, but I'm sure he's banging on the door in a few minutes, can I get back in? We have work to do. So, well, I want to thank you for everything that you've done for Rogers and coming in and just making it easier for our entire team to do what they need to do, and that is take care of the customers and grow this business. And so we appreciate you. Everyone that are watching and listening right now, if you are at a point in your life, in your business, whatever you're doing, and you're like, I just wish I had a few extra hands, reach out to them. They will do whatever you need them to do, and they're so great to work with. And I mean, I can't say enough good things because we wouldn't be where we are going into 2025 this year without the help of you guys. So thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yes, and all the information is linked. So be sure to follow Ram on social media and reach out and have that conversation. Put yourself out there and ask for the help that you need, because we didn't for a very long time. And we are going to start ending these episodes with a random question, okay? And so just a little fun fact about this. I have had this in my office for years, okay? Didn't really use it much. And then a couple weeks ago, Kenny was like, hey, what is this? I'm like, you know what? I don't even really know. Let's look at it. And it's random questions. I'm like, we're bringing this to the podcast.
Use that.
So let's see. Go ahead and pick a question and answer it. And I hope it's a good one. What is the question?
My question is, which 3 words would you use to describe yourself? What's your question?
My question is, don't say anything. Do you mind being teased by your family?
Oh, perfect.
I feel like that's a very fitting question for
I'll go
this
first.
family business.
I can't handle it when they tease me. I cannot handle it at all. I'm so emotional.
Sometimes she can dish it. She can't take it.
I totally get it. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Real big toughie here. Okay.
3 words? Should I give my 3 words and you give 3 words?
No, you can do this.
Okay. Determined. Organized. In my personal organization system.
Right.
And
Hard-headed.
Hard-headed.
I'm sorry, what?
she can dish it. Can't take it. And I don't know.
Strong.
Very.
Strong.
Strong.
Yes. Yes. I think those are great 3 words. Because I do see that you're very determined. I think you're organized. Just like you think Roger's had it all together. I mean, I think you're organized. And I think those are great 3 words. I think, I appreciate you being the first to answer questions out of this that hasn't been used in years. And we'll start using this more. But again, I thank you for being here today. I am thrilled and excited to watch your growth in 2025. Thank you for being the first guest on Hello, Hello. And, y'all just keep crushing it out there. Put yourself out there, keep going after it, and help out all of these local businesses that I know need it. And, reach out to them. No joke, reach out to them. And thank you for listening to this episode of the Rogers. No, it's not. See, look at me. Thank you for listening to this episode of Hello, Hello. Real stuff here. Gotta get used to it. Happy 2025. Thank you for listening to Hello, Hello. We are gonna continue bringing you great content every week, and we will get it right next week. And we will talk to you then.